it's got that different flavor.
It's just fantastic. All the rain, it beats up on it with this acid rain. Burns my skin, beats it up, blood gets inside of it.
Hi, I'm Nick,
And I'm Michael.
and today on the Nick Bennett Show, we are at West Georgia Vape. We're going to be talking about some things with my cousin Michael, which is my cousin. I've known him for 25 years, and today we're at the West Georgia Vape Shop. We're at the West Georgia Vape Shop filming a show, and we're about to get started in a little bit. All right, so enjoy the show.
How can I help? At a picture show, it's going dose to dough now. Don't you know? She's going stand up, shout, inside scenes like.
There we go. Hi, welcome to the Nick Show. Today I'm here with Michael, and we're going to be talking about some things. Hey, Michael, good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Nick. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And I remember some things when we was little. Do you remember some stuff about us when we was little?
Oh yeah, I remember a lot of stuff.
Yes, I remember one time we was at a Hardee's or a Burger King in Memphis, Tennessee, and I got a pebble stuck in my.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, and I also remember used to come see me up in Tennessee when we was little. We used to play a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah, I choked on a peppermint.
I think I remember that when you came up there.
Yeah.
And I also remember, what else was I going to say? I also remember you didn't come up to Indiana when I was little because I was, because you was at school with your dad, you was at home with your daddy.
Yep. Yeah, I never got to make it up to Indiana.
I remember that. I know we was about to move down there before, and we was also moving too.
Mm-hmm.
And I also remember you used to come, you and your mom and your brother used to come visit me when I was little, when we lived at Granny's house.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff over at Granny's house.
Yes, we did. And we also, I also remember we used to go visit Uncle Gene when he lived up in Tennessee with his two sons.
Yeah, shooting off fireworks and playing video games with our cousins.
Yes, and playing pinball as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I also remember we went to Brandon's graduation as well.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? I also remember we also played on the playground when we was little and stuff, and we also played video games too. I remember you used to bring a lot of video games to the house.
Yeah, we used to play the Mario games all the time.
Yes.
Mario Kart.
Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo at my house and your house.
Yeah.
And I also remember you and Uncle Wesley called The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past as Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't remember that one.
I also remember I used to call that movie Ghostbusters Toys.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because I used to get the names mixed up a lot. And I also remember we used to let's go socialize in your mom's old minivans.
Yep.
And I also remember, what else was I going to say? Remember we used to shoot fireworks off at Granny's house and my house. Did we also shoot some off at Uncle Gene's house?
Yeah, we used to shoot them at Uncle Gene's house when we were up there.
I don't remember that. This was about 20-something years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We used to get those parachute guys, and then the next day we'd go out and see if we could find them.
Yes. I gotta make sure we're recording still, Michael. I don't mean to interrupt. Yeah, we're still recording. I just want to make sure the we apologize for that, y'all. I was just making sure the camera was just okay. Because this is our first show. We apologize for that, Michael. And what was I going to say? Let me think about what else. I remember one week it was rainy. You and Christian ran to my house in the rain when that typhoon came in.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and you came over and played video games. I also remember we used to watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood when we was little.
Oh, yeah, a lot. Do you remember that time when it was raining really bad at Granny's and we went out and made like little pools out of the rocks and the dirt and stuff, stacked it all up.
Yes, I do. We got all muddy, dirty, and wet.
Yeah.
And your mother got on you and said, Michael, Cam, get your butt up here. Just like that. And I also remember we used to ride bikes and stuff. And I remember one time my ex-stepfather was coming. I snuck in the van with y'all, and Mom said it was okay.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because we didn't like him and stuff, remember?
Yeah.
I remember I snuck in the van with y'all, and my mom said it was okay for me to ride with y'all. And I remember I used to hide from him a lot, you know?
Yeah.
I used to hide from him a lot because I know I didn't want him hurting me, you know? And I remember last time he did that I remember last time I hid from him and snuck away from him was Thanksgiving 2004.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and let's get back to the 90s, all right? I remember back in y'all came to my 9th birthday party and stuff, and we also did a cookout, and we were trying to hit a piñata at my house, but we had a hard time hitting a piñata, so we used a baseball bat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I also remember, we also used to hit piñatas at your house for your birthdays and Christian's birthdays when we was little.
Yeah. And my dad would always pull the rope so that you missed it every time you swing.
Me?
Yeah, everybody. He did it to everyone.
Yes, that was a tough one. I remember I tried to hit it, but you have to have a blindfold on, right?
Yeah.
So how does the piñata game work, Michael? How does it work?
Well, normally you get blindfolded, spun around in a few circles, then push towards it, and you just go to swinging and try to hit the piñata and break it open.
Yep, I also remember that. Yeah, I also remember back in '99, we did a birthday party, and it was before Jack was born.
Yeah, been a little while ago.
I remember our favorite drinks was also Barks root beer and cherry Coca-Cola. Remember that?
Yeah, I still love cherry cola.
Yeah, me too. That's my favorite. And I also remember, what else am I thinking of? You know what? You think we should invite some people to come right here now and do an internet show with us?
Maybe if you want to.
All right, let's go to our Facebook page. Now, you can also catch us on Facebook. The Facebook page is Nick Bennett Show, and you're also welcome to send in a friend request. Oh, we got some visitors coming in right now, y'all. We're gonna welcome our visitors. Hey, how y'all doing? That's good. Would you like to sit down? We're doing an internet show. It's pointing toward us. So how we should? All right. Let's look at the camera. Hey, everybody. This is Nathan and Tristan. I just met them a while ago before Michael came. So, how'd y'all meet Michael?
I started coming in here about 2 years ago, whenever the place pretty much opened, and I liked the atmosphere and I liked the products that they had, so it just became somewhere that I started coming to a lot.
All right. Let me get the camera right quick, see if, excuse me. I apologize for that. Make sure I got everybody. I gotta get Tristan in the video too. All right. Let me pull it back a little bit. I apologize, y'all. It's my first video show. Yep. There we go. I got you in the video now, Tristan. Gotta get a little better, all right? There we go. That's better. Now we got everybody in the video. Now we got Tristan in the video now.
It was pretty much the same thing for me. I started coming here about a year and a half ago. Michael was here the first time I ever came in. Sold me very first vape. I don't know, it was a good place to come hang out and sit down and relax.
Yes, me too. Same reason. Yeah, me and Michael were just talking about memories back from the 90s, weren't we?
Yep.
I have very few of those. Well, young.
Well, Nick, how about what are some of your favorite shows from the 90s?
90s. Star Trek The Next Generation was one of them. Cheers was another. Also like watching kids shows and adult shows. Also like watching the news too. I like watching Hard Copy and Entertainment Tonight.
Okay.
And also I liked Star Trek Deep Space Nine, but I wasn't used to it then, but I'm used to it now. And I'm also, it's getting a little hot in here. What was I going to say? I like watching Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Reading Rainbow, Barney, when I was a little kid. I also liked Thomas the Tank Engine. I liked Arthur. And my favorite other shows was like Home Improvement. And I used to watch TGIF every Friday night. Sometimes when you came over, we used to watch Saturday morning cartoons as well.
Yeah. Now, I seem to recall you really loved an Elmo.
Yes,
You
sir.
used to carry an Elmo with you everywhere.
Yes, I do.
You still have any Elmos?
I gave them to my nephew.
Well, that's nice.
I remember I used to carry the Elmo around everywhere I went.
Yeah, I think that's what we got you just about every birthday.
An Elmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember 3 or 4 Elmos. 2 red ones, a flag. I remember we used to ride bikes around. I remember one time we was riding bikes, we was racing, and we wanted to ride our bikes to your mom's house, to Granny's, but they wouldn't let us because it was too dangerous on the road.
Yeah.
That was back in like 96 or 97, and I remember.
You remember the go-kart we used to have up there?
Yes, I remember I got to drive it and I accidentally hit Uncle Brian with it.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to, I was just trying to pull it out.
I remember us riding down the driveway and Pawpaw and Granny had some of those roots sticking up in the drive there, and we hit one of those roots and flew up in the air and almost flipped over.
Yes, I remember that. I think you got hit by one, didn't you?
I got hit by a limb.
Well, a limb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, what was I going to say? When we rode bikes, I remember you almost fell off and you went crack, 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 with your feet go crack, crack, crack. And I didn't mean to laugh, you know. Do you remember anything about that?
I slightly remember that.
Slightly remember that? What else was I going to say about the 90s? I remember we had cookouts on 4th of July sometimes.
Yeah.
We used to go to Mama's Sauce House every year.
Mm-hmm. We used to go to her house a lot.
Yep. Did y'all ever go to Michael's concerts when they were at Insomnia? And did y'all ever go to the Vape Fest thing in Heflin, Alabama one year?
I never went to any of them, mainly because my parents are pretty strict about a lot of things. They thought that if I was to go to the Insomnia that I would come back addicted to meth or something like that. But I've been to, every year in Villarica we have a street dance type thing where it's basically like a music festival at the mill, and then they just have all kinds of activities and stuff to do right through here.
Yeah.
So that's always really fun. And like I was telling you earlier, I went back with one of my other friends and watched his band rehearse in the back, where it's actually a hat factory, an old hat factory in the back, and that was pretty cool, being able to see that.
Yes, and what else was I going to say? Did I meet you at Vape Fest one year?
Never been.
Never been, my bad. And Michael, I remember back in 2000s, y'all used to bring the PlayStation over to Granny's, and we used to play like racing games, Die Hard, Mortal Kombat, Spyro,
Yeah.
Q*bert, Pac-Man. And I remember you brought some Super Nintendo games as well, like Pac-Man, Mario, Earthbound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember back in the 2000s, I remember Yeah, I used to also bring the GameCube over as well.
Yeah, Chris got a GameCube for his birthday one year.
Yeah, and then like 3 years later, my mom got me one for like a late birthday present plus / early Christmas present. She said, Nick, I will try to get you a GameCube. Don't worry, I'll see about getting you a GameCube. And she got me one with 6 games.
Yeah.
Yep, she came and picked me up from school one year, and my little sister Jana, she said, Nick, Mom got us a GameCube. And for a minute, I thought she said, Mom got us a skateboard, and I missed her and said, oh, not a skateboard. I wanted a GameCube. And guess what? Mom said, Nick, I'm surprised I might have a GameCube for you. I might have 6 games for you.
All right.
And she hooked it up, but I had to do homework that day. Let's go to Facebook right now and get on my page. Let's try to invite some people right now. Oh, let's go to commercial break, everybody. We'll be right back. Here we go. Alright, back on the camera. Hey everybody, we're back to the Nick Bennett Show. We apologize for the interference. We just had some customers come in. We just have another guest named Caleb. Welcome Caleb to the show. Good to see you, Caleb. Woo! So Caleb, why do you like coming to the West Georgia Vape Shop for?
This is what I'm friends with.
Okay, and you know my cousin Michael works here, you know? How did you meet Michael? With John? Alright. Alright, what we do is just talk about some memories about me and Michael when we was little and back in the past. Ready to get back in that, Michael? Alright. You remember anything, Michael, about the 2000s? In 2000, can't hardly remember. I remember I snuck in the van with y'all and rode y'all to Villa Rica so I could get away from my ex-stepfather.
Yeah.
And I also remember, y'all also used to bring the PlayStation a lot too.
Graduated.
Yes, we did. We graduated in 2000s, and 2001. I remember we did a yard sale, but hardly no one came to it. Then we did another yard sale in 2004. Do you remember anything about the yard sales? No, I remember you brought drones and you tried to sell them. You tried to sell them.
It was easy.
Yes, it was, but we had a hard time selling them. And that was I also remember in the 6th grade I played the saxophone.
Saxophone.
Yeah, saxophone. But it was, I did like this. I did. I'm just trying to put some action in this video. And I also remember, what was I going to say?
Tell me about your graduation.
Graduation?
Everybody was barefoot and there were like spoons under everybody.
Yes, I remember that. I graduated from Raymond High School from 2008. There were spoons under the chairs. Some people were barefoot. We had one that tackled somebody and people were running up to the principal trying to get their diploma and shaking their hand. And we had one that had a cartwheel in their graduation cap and gown. I'm trying to remember something else. I remember back in 05, 04, I remember I got to spend some Thanksgiving with y'all.
Yeah.
And I brought a cherry pie and some cherry coke. Because you like cherry pie and cherry coke.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? What was I going to say? Oh, crud. My mind just went blank for a minute. 2005, I remember we got a GameCube and a DS. I remember Christian helped me out with some games and Sebastian did too.
2005, I remember Miami Ink came out and that was the best show ever.
Emmy Ink? What's Emmy Ink?
Miami?
Miami Ink?
Yeah, it's a show about tattoos.
Yes.
Tattoo shop.
I think the TV shows on MTV were Laguna Beach and The Hills that came out in 2005 or somewhere in the 2000s.
I didn't watch any of those.
Didn't watch any of those. I remember I started, I watched House sometimes in 2005. I remember I got to drive a minivan in 2005 and I missed the old minivan.
Yeah.
Remember that minivan, Michael? I got to driving it when we almost smacked our car in 06. Yeah, I was driving too fast and we almost smacked the car and I'm coming on. Now, I didn't mean to, I was just learning, you know. Yes, we have. And, what was I going to say? I remember back in 06, 2006, we're going to go to commercial break, everybody. We'll be right back. We're about to have two guests leaving in a little bit, so we're going to say goodbye to them right quick and welcome back. And we're going to say goodbye to Ty and, not Ty, Tristan and Nathan.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Go look him up on Facebook. This should be a really good show.
And on YouTube called Nick Bennett Show. And it's nice to meet y'all, my friends. It's Tristan and Nathan. Y'all have a nice day.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Let's see how we go do this. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back. We just had two guys leave, so I was doing a video check. And now we're back with Michael and Caleb. I'm trying to remember people's names right. So, Michael, do you remember anything about the 2000s?
Well, I remember a lot about high school and middle school.
Yes, me too. 5th through 12th grade. 5th through 12th grade. Actually, 4th through 12th grade. Yeah, I remember back in, what was it? I remember back in 06 and 07, I had a hard time finding those Nintendo Wii's because they were sold out quick lot. And it took me like 3 months to find one. And I got the last one at Walmart Bremen. Got lucky, I got the last one. And also, what was I going to say? What else do you remember about the 2000s about me, Michael?
You used to come up to the Insomnia a lot and hang out with us, and we'd go out to eat.
Oh yeah, back in the late 2000s after I graduated.
Yeah.
I remember my first time going to Insomnia was 2007. We went to your graduation party.
Yeah. And me, Mike and Patty had a combined graduation party together.
Yes, we did. And I took a few pictures, but I didn't have no digital camera yet.
Yeah. We had that party, and then we went on a trip to Disney World for graduation.
Yes, I didn't get to go because I had something to do. Oh, before that, I couldn't come to the graduation. I went to the party because I had to do something that day.
Yeah.
I had to get senior photos made.
What was your favorite part about your senior year of high school?
Well, my favorite part was the Jacksonville State University trip. And having some other two parts, I liked the senior breakfast a lot. And the senior lunch was okay as well. But I didn't get to drive or ride with somebody in my senior year. I had to ride the bus all year. But everything got better after my senior year.
Yeah.
And I remember, what do I remember about my senior year? I remember I was, in the 2000s, I had two seasonal jobs and one summer job, and I was doing a job program in 2009 with a place in Rankin, Alabama.
What kind of work were you doing?
In 2006, I was working at the fireworks stand, Sam's Fireworks, over in Heflin, Alabama, and I was also in 2007, also worked at Fireworks City. In 06 for 8 days, I worked at the Opportunity Center in Anniston, Alabama. And also back in '08, when I graduated school, it was hard finding a job.
It's still a little hard out for people to find jobs.
It is.
But you got a good one now, though.
Yes, I work at Sam's Club. I've been through all kinds of jobs for over the past 9 years. And what was I going to say? I remember in '08 I started coming to your shows.
Yeah.
And do you remember the '08 one we had it on Halloween 2008? What was you dressed up as for Halloween?
For a show or actually on Halloween?
Both.
I think at that show I was wearing a clown mask.
A clown mask? I wish we had it today, but we don't have it today.
Clown mask?
Yes.
I think I probably have it somewhere laying around in the back.
Oh, in the back of the...
Yeah.
Okay. And what was I going to say? I remember I was dressed up as Wii Man. The Nintendo Wii. You know you have the motion controllers. You bowl, you hit a baseball, you hit a tennis racket, you hit a golf club, a golf ball, you go pow, 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 do boxing. And I remember, I let you play with it one time before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also remember in '08 when we went bowling after our pawpaw passed away one time.
Is that when we went over to Anderson?
Yes, but I was trying to learn how to bowl without the bumpers at that time, but I'm doing better though.
That's good.
Okay, to bowl better, you use a lightweight ball, don't use a very heavy ball. Because if you use a very heavy ball, it's going to go left or right, you're not going to knock down hardly any pins.
Yeah, it just all depends on the person, what weight of the ball. I usually really like when I gutter ball it every time. I'll just throw it too hard and spin it off into the gutter.
Yes, I also remember you and Micah Denny ran into us at Six Flags. Yes.
You remember stuff better than I do.
Yes, I remember you and Micah walked up to me at Six Flags when we was with me and Jessica was with some friends.
Okay.
I remember I thought we was going to ride the carrots, but we didn't get to ride the carrots.
I know I ran into you down in Panama City.
Yes, I do.
We did some go-karts and arcade.
Yes, I remember that, and I also remember in '09. I remember in '09, 2009. I remember 2009. We was 2009. Remember, I let you borrow Mario Kart Double Dash, and also went to Christian Camp's first concert, Come Down Denver.
Yeah.
Come Down Denver. Those are some great times and great memories.
They are.
And in 2010, I came to one show for the Bay City Psychos and Come Down Denver.
Were we playing together or was it two separate shows?
Two separate shows on one day.
Our local trains.
Yeah, there goes one of our local trains. Hey, local train. Just trying to make the video funny. Yeah, I also remember in 2009 I was working at a thrift shop trying to build up some career. 2010, I had my 20th birthday at Loco Mix in Bowden, but you wasn't able to come because you had to work that night. And I also remember, what else is I going to remember? Oh crap, I forgot what I was going to say. you went to school, Michael, is that right?
I did go to school. Graduated high school with honors, went on to a technical college, graduated there, and with an associate's in early childhood education.
Mm-hmm.
Went on to Mercer University and got my bachelor's in public safety and early childhood education.
Cool.
Now I work at a vape shop.
Now you work at a vape shop. What do you do?
I enjoy it. It's easy to talk to some interesting people, to help people quit smoking.
Yes, and
I don't have to wear a suit.
that's right, because I know sometimes a suit makes people feel uncomfortable, ain't that right?
Makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yes. I know it did me when I took business class in '05. Yeah, back in 2000. Now let's talk about Bay City Psychos. How did you start Bay City Psychos?
Well, I was in a band before Bay City Cycles called Tribal Rose.
Uh-huh.
We had been together for not really long, maybe a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Had some problems with some people, and we finally just put it to an end. And then me and Joe, we decided to start another band.
Uh-huh.
And we came up with an idea of wearing hockey masks on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And we went under the persona that we were a music therapy group from the Milledgeville Psychiatric Board, and we wore masks to protect our identity since we were patients of the psychiatric board.
Yes.
And we just wanted to have a good time, put on a fun, high-energy show, shoot some confetti and silly string at people, and just have a good time.
Yes, I remember I went to y'all's first show. I took pictures of it and they were on MySpace, but we don't do MySpace anymore. We do Facebook now.
I can't even remember my password to get into MySpace.
Well, I deleted my account. And I was, what was I going to say? What was I going to say? Back in 2000, so why did Tribal Rose break up for?
There was just a lot of disagreement. Some people wanted to do one thing, and others wanted to do another. And, just bad mojo.
Bad Mojo?
Yeah.
And y'all started Bay City Psychos in 2008. Y'all did a practice and y'all did y'all's first show over at the Insomnia, which is no longer there.
Correct. We are still together today. We've had different members over the years, but still going.
I remember I met you, Cody, and Joe. Was Jacob in the band a while back?
Jacob Patterson was in the band.
But
Or sorry, not Jacob Payne.
not Jacob Payne.
Jacob Payne joined probably 2010, somewhere around there.
Yes.
So a couple 2 or 3 years after we had already started.
Yes. I think I had my phone go off. Check that right quick. Let me see if somebody responded on Facebook right quick. I don't know if, I doubt anybody else is going to come today to our first internet show. I remember. Excuse me, I had burp. Yeah, I remember we had I remember you started off with a few songs from Bay City Psychos. Did you redo any from Tribal Rose when you was there?
I partially reused one song.
Which one was that?
In Tribal Rose, it was called Am I a Criminal?
Am I a Criminal? So,
And Basic Cycles was just criminal. So I changed some stuff up and added some new stuff to it. It's a totally different feel.
oh, okay.
That's the only song that I reused.
That's the only song you reuse.
Totally different.
Yeah, and what was I going to say? 2010. In 2010, I turned 20 years old. And I hardly came to Insomnia, and Christian graduated that year.
Yeah.
And I remember 2011. This is the year I ran into you in Florida, and this is about Vape Fest. Remember in 2011, at the beginning of 2011. Yeah, in the beginning of 2011, I was it snowed real bad at the first of the year.
Yeah.
And I remember y'all moved about in that one time, and I remember y'all had to end y'all show at Insomnia one year because y'all was because Insomnia was going out of business first time, but it reopened later that year.
Yeah, it was slow, so we closed down for about 6 months and then reopened.
And I remember we also took a picture, and I was in Identity. But somebody knew who I was because I wore the blue Mario shirt.
Yeah.
And I remember Dead Rats came in 08 and 11. I haven't seen Dead Rats in 4 years.
We're still together, we're still playing.
Yes. And what was I going to say? And Caleb, are you in a band or anything?
Yes, it's called I Ruined the Plot.
I Ruined the Plot. Would you like to tell us about it on our show? On my show?
It's a progressive, soft, full metal band.
Oh, okay.
It's I'm the vocalist.
You're the vocalist.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
Just like Michael.
Just like Michael. Michael, have you ever did any acoustic bands too and somebody wasn't able to show up?
Me and Jacob have played a couple of acoustic shows together.
Alright, would y'all like to do it on my show one day?
Sure.
Do an acoustic show?
Sometime we can catch Jacob when he's not working. He works a lot now.
Wow, what's he doing now?
He works for Cotton County Parks and Rec.
Okay, what is he doing now?
He does, gets fields ready for sports events, sets up things for events, like, say, car shows, festivals, stuff like that. Gets the grass cut and everything cleaned up and ready to go.
He has to wear sunscreen, right?
He probably should, but I don't think he hasn't, and he's looking pretty dark.
That's not a good idea. Yeah, I remember, I remember the Florida trip. I remember I came to Ripley's, believe it or not, to meet y'all up there. We took a tour,
Yeah.
but my camera started messing up. And I remember you, Katie, and Katie's grandma went with us.
Yeah.
And I also remember we also went to play some games, and we also rode some go-karts. Katie beat me in the races.
Yeah. And your sister got in a go-kart wreck. She spun around.
Which one, Jenna or just?
Yeah, Jan.
How does she spin around?
Somebody hit her. I can't remember who hit her.
Oh. Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, Michael, people used to call me Minivan Man.
Minivan here?
Yes.
All right. That's a catchy nickname.
Yep. Yeah, I also remember what was I going to say? Oh crap, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I remember 2012, late 2011, Insomnia reopened. I remember you came to my 21st birthday at Loco Max, but some of my favorite waitresses didn't come up, and that's why I couldn't have it there.
Yeah.
And I also remember we went to Cinco de Mayo, and I made a mess all over the floor. I know, I was a... Oh. For a minute, I thought we was about to go to commercial break because I thought we was going to have a visitor come in.
Tell me about some of your favorite video games.
Video games. Super Mario World was one of my favorites because you get to... Because that was my most favorite video game of all time. And that's most popular because it has the keyhole. You have 3 options in some levels to go through an exit. You have the Goldie, you have a certain bonus stages with a blue Yoshi with wings, getting a lot of coins, and the third one is a keyhole. Yep.
Did you ever beat it?
Yes, I have. I figured out, and I know in Star Road, you have to play the same levels twice to beat the game because there's a Goldie and there's a keyhole. That's the only way you have to beat the game. Beat all 96 levels just like that, beat the whole game. I wish they made an extended version, but I heard they're coming out with a Super Mario Maker soon, but I doubt there's going to be a keyhole in there.
What is Super Mario?
It's a Wii U title coming in September 2015. And you get to make your own Mario levels.
Oh, wow. Did you get to play with them?
Yes.
Oh, that's neat.
Yep. I can't wait for that game to come out. And I also remember, what was I going to say? In 2012, I hardly came to your concerts.
Yeah.
And in 2013, I started coming back. And we had some shows at Insomnia, Christian shows, and we also have the Christian shows. We also have your shows sometimes. And the last one I ever been to at Insomnia was the acoustic show. And there was hardly anybody there that day.
Yeah. That was the last Insomnia show.
Last Insomnia show, nobody came. And hardly any of your band members came too.
Yeah. That's why one of them was out of town and the other one had to work, so me and Jacob decided to do an acoustic set.
Do an acoustic set. And you're welcome to do an acoustic set here one day when you and Jacob are off work.
Okay.
And so do you ever go to any venues anymore for the show?
I haven't been to a concert other than one I'm playing at in probably five more years.
Oh. So it's going to be a while, right?
Yeah.
And what was I going to say? I remember in 2013 I came until Insomnia closed, and the last show I ever been to was at the it was Joe, Jacob, and somebody up in Trey.
I don't remember the other bands that they played.
Yeah, we left and we cooled off inside the building.
Yeah, that day I was at a family reunion on my father's side, and I had to be there to get up there for the show.
Oh, okay. Your father's reunion? Yeah, is Joe still in your band?
He is.
Okay. What else was I going to say? I remember in 2014 I traded in my car, my Chevy Cobalt in for a Dodge Journey, which is parked outside this building right now. It's still there. And I remember, oh crud, I can't think. I remember 2013 Oh, crud. I remember in 2012 you came to our house for Thanksgiving dinner, you, Christian, and Sebastian. We played the Wii U.
Yeah.
And you can play 5 players at a time on certain games. In one game, you can play with up to 8 players.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called the Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. I also remember, I also remember, 2000, 2000, oh crud. We're in 2012, y'all had Sophia. Does she do anything funny? Still?
Oh, yeah, she's a handful. She's all over something.
Yeah, I remember. Does she like to, whenever she sees water, does she go play in it?
Yeah, she swims now.
Okay,
So she's got floaty.
okay.
Floaty going on.
I remember, nope, little kids are not supposed to play in the toilet.
No,
That is not the swimming pool.
sure isn't.
Nope. Some people can drown in there too. Yeah, I remember. So how did you start your band, Jay? I mean, oh, crud. What's your name? Caleb. My bad. At home?
When I met one of my role models as a drummer, as a sweet drummer,
Okay.
and I grew up listening to his band basically, and I contacted him, and he said that he would not only put us but would be our manager.
He would be your manager? I'm the manager for this show, the Nick Bennett show. I'm just trying to get some views for it too.
You do love it.
Yes, we have 140 views on one video right now, and it's a commercial. You want to go to commercial break and take a break? All right, we're going to go to commercial break, everybody, and we'll be right back.
One.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to our show. We're back from our commercial break. We also have 3 other guests joining us today. This is Brittany. This is Jay. Jay works here, and Brittany is just a customer. Good to have y'all here.
Good to be here.
Thanks. What made you want to work here, Jay?
Because I've worked at 2 vape stores prior to this one.
All right,
Vaping is something that I love.
that's fine. And Brittany, you're a customer here all the time? Oh, okay. This is our first internet show today. We're glad to have y'all. We're just trying to get more people in as we can, you know. Anything else you want to talk about before me and Michael go back to sit down and talk to the other members?
Nothing too particular except for, have you met my sister?
Yes, we have. Caitlin, she's over here with us. We're going to be talking to her in a little bit. Good job, Michael. Good job, cameraman. Well, we're going to say goodbye to Jay and Brittany right quick. We're going back and sit down. Oh, good to see you, Jay.
Good to see you too, buddy.
We'll probably see you next time on another show, okay?
I'll be
It's
here.
good to see you, Brittany. Thanks, it's good to see you. We'll hope to see you again on another show. Alright, let's go back and sit down. And we put the camera right here. You want to be in the... Alright, let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back. We have another guest joining us today. We just mentioned her. This is Caitlin. Hi Caitlin, welcome to the show. Nice to meet you today. This is the first time we have a surprise guest on our show. So Caitlin, do you know my cousin Michael?
Yes, I met him, my brother.
Oh, okay. So how did you meet Michael?
Oh, my brother works here and I'm in town visiting family, so.
Okay. Well, great to have you. I'm Michael's cousin. I know him for 25 years. And I used to go to his concerts as well. So, Michael, have you ever got to play my cousin gig before? My nephew gig?
Yeah.
I remember he used to do the same things as Sophia did. I remember him and Sophia played a lot together. And also, And so, did you start the West Georgia Vapor Shop?
My aunt and her boyfriend Jeff started it, and I helped them get everything ready, and I've been working ever since.
Okay, I noticed you started that thing right there.
Yeah.
Do you think we need to go to commercial break? We got a customer coming in. All right.
How's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty good. What the hell with this?
You know, we also. So you're not going to start another show for a long time?
Another show?
Yeah, another Bay City Psycho show.
We're working on some new material right now, so it's going to be a little while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I also remember when you met Granny's new husband, Donald.
Yeah.
That's cool, and maybe one day you can bring some other people on the show, like Bay City Psychos and other people. You ready to close the show?
Sure.
All right, that's our show for today. We'll see you next time. We're welcome. We're glad we had a lot of guests today. We're glad we had a lot of fun. We hope to see you on our next internet show. We're glad we have Jay, Caitlin, and Michael, and people that came on the show today. And Caleb. Yeah, Caleb. I got the names mixed up. We apologize for that. We hope to see you on our next show. If you would, go on Facebook.com and search up Nick Bennett Show, or go to YouTube.com and search up Nick Bennett Show. I have all the videos there and all the commercials there. We hope to see you on our next internet show. Michael, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And Caleb, nice to meet you, and thanks for coming in. And Caleb, nice to meet you, and thanks for coming in. Y'all take care, everybody. We'll see you next time, and have a great day. All right, that was cool.
Psycho at a picture show, it's going dose to dough now. Don't you know she's gonna stand up, shout, then start singing. She's like a baby bird with a broken wing. Now run around, sit on down, sit on down. Don't say word, don't say word. Mom's gonna buy you a mockingbird. Just like whoa, oh no, that girl's too slow, she's gonna get cut just for show. Now give it up, yeah, scream real loud.